Acute inflammation can sometimes be a good thing. For example, if you injure yourself, you have a wound, and you develop an acute inflammation in clinic, that can be a good sign. It means your body is doing what it needs to do. But chronic inflammation is what we don't want. When you constantly feel tired, you feel fatigued, you feel sluggish, and you're just kind of like going through the motions. It doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you always feel tired. So come on in and let's have a chat. Hi, everybody. My name is Anastasia, and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new, come on in, make yourself at home. Here we talk about everything. So today I want to talk about chronic inflammation. So there's acute inflammation and chronic inflammation. Acute inflammation can sometimes be a good thing. For example, if you injure yourself, you have a wound, and you develop an acute inflammation in clinic, that can be a good sign. It means your body is doing what it needs to do. But chronic inflammation is what we don't want. And chronic inflammation presents in different ways, but I'm focusing on constantly feel tired, you feel fatigued, you feel sluggish, and you're just kind of like going through the motions. It doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you always feel tired. So everything starts in your gut. Everything, whatever we put in our body is what functions and make our body move. So, if you're putting bad stuff in your body, then you're always going to feel terrible. So I have 5 or 6 things that we can incorporate in our daily habits and our eating habits to help combat some of the chronic inflammation that we have. So first thing is bone broth. Bone broth is very healthy. You can either make bone broth at home yourself, or you can buy already made bone broth in the store. If anybody is interested, leave a comment down below and I will post a video of how I make my bone broth at home. You go to the grocery store, you go to your butcher, you get the bones. Usually I do beef bones. One of the things is the gelatin that is in the bone. So there's gelatin in the bone, and when you cook it, the gelatin gets in the broth and we ingest it. And what the gelatin, one of the things that it does is that it coats the lining of your gut. So it kind of, if you have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or, indigestion, or your stomach doesn't feel well all the time, the gelatin in the bone broth coats the lining of the stomach, and it can help reduce some of the irritability that you have in your stomach. And bone broth also has phosphorus, it has magnesium, it has potassium. Potassium is really great for our heart. I talked about potassium in my heart video. If you haven't seen that video, please go watch that. There's a lot of great information in that video as well. Bone broth is good. It has anti-inflammatory properties, which is what helps combat the chronic inflammation that you might have. So number one, check out bone broth. It might help you significantly. Number two is cacao nibs. So cacao nibs is different from regular, like cocoa, because cacao nibs is the raw seed. And you buy the cacao nibs and it already comes grounded in a powder form. And you can, use it in your smoothies. You can sprinkle it on your oatmeal. You can use it in yogurt, anything like that. Even salad, you can sprinkle some on your salad if you wanted to. And what cacao nibs is higher in antioxidant, which is great, but also it also helps with insulin sensitivity, which I think is the best thing, especially if you're diabetic. So if you have diabetes, the problem is that you constantly have insulin in your body because your sugar is high. So if you incorporate cacao nibs into your diet, it helps your body with insulin sensitivity. So I would say if you're diabetic, try and incorporate cacao nibs into your diet. Also, it helps with your energy when you add cacao nibs to your eating habits. Number three is hemp seed. So hemp seed is high in fiber. It has both soluble and insoluble fiber, so it helps you feel full longer. And so, you're not constantly eating, and it does have anti-inflammatory properties. It has healthy fat also in it. So it also comes in a powder form. You can ground it, and also same thing, add it into your oatmeal, your yogurt, your smoothies. Hemp seed is one of the good ones as well. And the next is black garlic. Black garlic is so healthy, very high in antioxidant properties. And one of my favorite thing about black garlic is that it doesn't leave you with a garlic breath. You know, if you eat garlic, like you have to go brush your teeth, mouthwash, everything just to get the smell of garlic out of your mouth. Black garlic doesn't do that. It has both antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, right? So try to incorporate black garlic into your dieting. And then next is blueberries. Blueberries high in vitamin C, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties. It also has prebiotics, and blueberries is delicious. You can eat it as it is. I actually like the frozen blueberries. So they sell frozen blueberries at Costco, and what I do is that I will keep them frozen and then kind of snack on them, eat them like candy, like suck on them and you just pop it in your mouth and you eat them as candy. So blueberry is a personal go-to for me, and even my kids love it. And blueberry banana smoothie with a little bit of peanut butter is delicious. So that's that's something to try if you haven't already. And then next is green bananas. So we're all used to eating regular bananas when it's ripe and yellow, but green banana is very, very healthy. It has a complex starch, so it also same kind of thing as the gelatin and the bone broth. It helps with the lining of the stomach, preventing the irritability and the bloating, and it also has potassium and magnesium in it, also helping with insulin sensitivity. So, the problem with sugar in our body is that, I mean, sugar does wreak havoc on the body. So, anything we can do to help prevent, sugar spikes in our bloodstream all the time is definitely a go to. So, these are things that will help if we incorporate them in our daily eating habits, that will help with chronic inflammation. I have a huge favor to ask. Please, please, please share this video and share the channel with your friends and family. Have them join our community so it can grow. We are a little over 100 subscribers, and I'm trying to grow the channel. So please subscribe if you've been watching but you haven't subscribed yet. Share with your friends and family. I have an Instagram account, is hashtag same as the YouTube name, Anastasia Lifestyle USA. Please check out the Instagram account. I share, like behind the scene fun videos, like going out to dinner, silly things like that on there as well. So please check out and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support as always, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.